First practice number 6. Today we can see one hand made by I think it's not a gold, maybe it's made by copper. I don't know how to say. Maybe I can search later. And uh, in generally, it looks like a, a fountain, and you can see a little stream of water falling down, and the hand is try to hold the water. And when we see the background is I think the fountain is located in on the street, small street. So maybe one of the tourist or other artist photographer uh, took a photo of this. And when we can see, I think the time is morning or at least in the afternoon. So I think even though we cannot see anybody near here, maybe usually when since usually the fountain is located near the square, especially in European culture or other culture, usually fountain is located in the fountain. Maybe at least some of a bunch of people are there. Maybe even though the photo couldn't take all of them in the frame. And I think this fountain is, of course, made for cater to provide drinking water for people, and maybe because of that, the fountain is located near the square. So, what element do I have to explain more? Who, where, when, why, what? How is the problem? Mm, I think let me explain this. I just want to explain how they draw all the water from the fountain. Like maybe three in May this month. So 1 month ago, I went to Turkey, especially in Istanbul, 3 weeks, and maybe if somebody already know that Istanbul is very famous for a lot of squares, and especially in every squares there is at least one fountain, especially in Istanbul. Istanbul is originally uh, started as a Roman city, especially Byzantine Empire. So, uh, as many of people studied by the history, Roman Empire is very famous. Uh, they has a unique culture of installing a lot of fountain near the squares. So because Istanbul, uh, especially started as a Constantinople in Roman Empire, of course, the ancient Roman people uh, installed a lot of fountains near the squares. That's why we can see a lot of fountains in Istanbul, because Istanbul, Constantinople, was the capital city of Roman Empire and also uh, Ottoman Empire for the 1,700 years. That's why the Istanbul is a very big city, and there are a lot of squares, and of course Uh, because of that, we can see a lot of fountain in Istanbul. Anyway, the story was too long, so let me explain. Let me explain how they can draw all the water. Uh, in Istanbul, there are famous. I don't know how to say, but the famous place where Roman people usually store the water, uh, which they uh, drew from other city near the Constantinople by using their aqueduct. Aqueduct is unique architecture made by Roman people usually. So by using aqueduct, uh, a lot of water was coming from other other city or other province, or even some river, high mountain, also forest. So uh, near the from near the Constantinople, they drew all the money, all the water by using aqueduct, and usually all that water coming from that area are stored. It's stored into the place. It called, I don't know how to say, but the place to store the water, and finally, the water stored in the place uh, uh, came by this fountain. And just imagine that the water from all over the city or area, coming from all over the area, is connecting to the Constantinople, and they are stored in the place, and the water is provided to citizens using this fountain. That's what I learned from our my tour guide, and also some other informations that I learned, that I saw or read. So I can imagine that maybe this area is something kind of that place, that square, uh, in which the fountain is installed usually, and the water is coming from this way. Maybe uh, of course, uh, the history changes, and the water is coming from the other pipeline, but maybe I still saw that that fountain, uh, especially when I was in Istanbul, I saw that the fountain is still working, and still many people uses use them. So I think, of course, the pipeline inside the fountain could be changed, but we can say that the system is still uh, the the system in terms of how to drawing money, and the route in terms how to collect the water, and in terms of the route of the water is still working. That's what I wanted to say in how element in this photo. Uh, okay, and uh, this is all for today's practice. And also, I just want to mention one more thing. Uh, when I was talking, when I when I was in the office, talking the other native speakers or other country officers, I think that my speaking is still intermediate level. It means that there are a lot of rooms to improve my English skills more. And in this case, in this phase, I think I don't have to hurry about to speak in every single sentence. Sometimes when I talk with other native speakers, because native speakers uh, speak so fast, so quick, so fast. So sometimes my mind also become in a rush. So I also try to catch up their speed, and also by doing so, I think I can make a lot of mistake during my speaking. So I think the solution is that I think I have to intentionally slow down my speaking, and also try to focus on accuracy or precision in my speaking. Maybe by doing so, maybe someday I can uh, speed up my speaking without any mistake. And also, someday by doing so, I can feel that my English becomes much better. And also, mm, I could get much more confidence when I talk or when I speak. And finally, maybe I can, not maybe, of course, consequently, consequently, I can get to my higher goal in advanced English speaker. That's that's my feeling of today. Okay, that's really all for now today. That's really all for today, and hope to see you tomorrow. I will continue this practice every day. See you.